Welcome back. We got a snapshot today of the state of sport in Canada. The takeaway from the report is abuse, harassment, and discrimination are widespread, wrapped in a culture of silence. Andrew Johnson has more.
Do you see this?
They traveled the country for a year, speaking to hundreds of athletes, administrators, coaches, and parents. The consensus, clear.
The Canadian sports system is in crisis. As many have told us, it is broken.
The Future of Sport in Canada Commission found evidence of widespread abuse and mistreatment at all levels. A lack of protection for children and Olympians alike, left vulnerable.
Physical punishment, sexual assault, training while injured, humiliation, intimidation, isolation tactics, failures to provide medical care, discrimination and exploitation.
The commission also found in a win-at-all-costs culture of silence, when an athlete musters up the courage to come forward, they often run into a brick wall.
Lost in the web of various complaints mechanism, resulting in many feeling helpless and abandoned.
The commission is making 71 recommendations for change. It suggests the creation of a unified national safe sport tribunal to eliminate the patchwork between local, provincial, and federally regulated organizations and enforce legislation at all levels. Federal funding being made conditional on compliance, background checks, and a nationwide public registry to flag wrongdoers and restrict access. Survivors of abuse like gymnast Amelia Klein say with the release of this report, their horrible experiences are finally being validated.
To have them influence what we hope is going to be meaningful change in the system is, there are hardly words to actually describe what that feels like.
She says the ball is now in Ottawa's court to act. These are only recommendations that, after another round of feedback, will then be presented to government. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
And finally, a man from Gabriela Island is in the nation's capital. He's in the midst of a solo canoe trip across the country. Here's Adam with tonight's Sawaski sign-off.
When Bert Terhart began preparing to paddle across the country, he hadn't actually been in a canoe in more than 40 years.
I was not at all, in any way, shape, or form prepared for the amount of work that it actually required.
Unlike when Bert was a kid, when it was all so effortless.
Sense of adventure that you have every time you step out your front door.
That stopped as he grew up and focused on his career, until Bert started questioning where his life was going.
You know, perhaps there's some way that I can make more of a contribution.
The 63-year-old began his solo canoe trip on BC's west coast. With no electronic navigation, he's paddled and portaged over the Rockies, across the prairies, now through Ontario, covering more than 40 kilometers a day.
The hardest part is not the physicality of it all. The hardest part is the mental discipline you need to get up and paddle every single day.
After sleeping about 4 hours a night, Bert spends up to 12 hours a day in his canoe, following the same river and lake system that Indigenous people have been traveling for millennia.
If you want to know something about a person, you should walk a mile in their shoes. So I've just chosen to walk 4,000 miles.
Ben's planning to make it to the Atlantic by mid-November, but more than halfway through his 7-month journey, he's already finding a deeper connection to this place and its people.
It's an incredibly beautiful country. It's unbelievably diverse. The people are amazing.
While the strangers he's met along the way have left encouragement through signatures on his canoe, Bert hopes he's been able to reciprocate by offering inspiration to start realizing their own dreams.
You're never too young or too old to step outside the front door with an open heart and open mind.
To reconnect to the world with the wide-eyed wonder of youth. And like this picture of Bert portaging over the highest peak on his journey, know that no matter how small you feel in the face of huge adversity, your determination will always be bigger.
You just have to persist. If you choose to persist at anything, then you will succeed.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News.
Michael, that's all for sports.
All right, so canoeing across Canada. I'm thinking that involves a lot of carrying the canoe at points.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to go from one ocean to the other.
Yeah, that is our newscast for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll both see you here tomorrow at 6. Good night.
Bye-bye.